This is Bill and Jackie Shields. We started Form-Tec Plastics 40 years ago, coming this November. We are now specializing in forming unbreakable polycarbonate plastic for, among other things, NASCAR windshields, face shields for racing helmets, airplane cockpit shields, some skylights, and so forth. Polycarbonate, as I say, is practically unbreakable. However, it scratches easily. So we've developed a hard coating we put on it that keeps it from scratching. You can try it with steel wool and it will not scratch. And it is very, very slowly gaining acceptance with the bigger companies. Our best customers right now are John Deere and Caterpillar, and they are appreciating what this product does. We've developed a coating process in our manufacturing that allows us to be one of only 3 companies in the United States that does this, that forms the polycarbonate, which is extremely hard to form properly, and at the same time we also put on the hard coating. The company was started by myself and Jackie 40 years ago, November the 4th, in our garage at Lake Edgewood here outside of Martinsville. We started out trying to obtain jobs from local companies so that we could keep the lights on. And all the time I was pursuing a patent on a product I had for the motorcycle industry. We were never motorcyclists, but I've had a good history of plastics. And my company that I was working for in Indianapolis took us to Michigan. We didn't like it. We owned 2 homes at that time, one in there, one here, during the recession. And we decided to move back here in Morgan County, which we love so much. One day going down to the General Motors Tech Center, I saw a guy coming up with the ugliest thing on the front of his motorcycle, and I thought, that's it. You know, I can definitely come up with a better idea, which I did, and I patented. And learned a lot about how the patent system works. I spent most of our money trying to defend it, and ended up having it be copied. And for 10 years, we couldn't make enough of our product, which was called the silhouette fairing. Then all of a sudden, the companies, the manufacturers of motorcycles, decided to make their own fairings, and suddenly our business went downhill quickly. And we were fortunate to sell the business right before we went bankrupt to one of our competitors in Illinois. And we started another type of business in the automotive aftermarket, thermoforming shields. We came up with a product called the hood protector. We called it the nose guard, and it again was copied by a representative from South Bend that had the marketing outlet and simply took the business away from us. But we've been able to keep our head above water by doing thermoforming jobs for local and national companies. My name is Shields, I guess, and that's why we're doing shields. That's what I get from a lot of our customers, I guess. I just fell in love with the world of plastics. It's a never-changing world. There's something new every day being developed, and the things that's possible to do with plastics doesn't require a college education, which I never got, but it's strictly up to your ability to create different products. And it's been tremendously enjoyable seeing an idea, seeing a source for a chance for plastics to either replace something or do something new. Martinsville, we both grew up in northern part of Morgan County, and we decided that we wanted to raise our family and have our kids go to Martinsville High School. So we moved to this Lake Edgewood, raised our family there. It was a great place to do that. fortunately, we were able to buy some property south of Martinsville and build our home there, and we've been there for 33 years.
I'm retired now, but I was the financial manager. Did the payroll, did all the taxes, and like Bill, I had no experience. We just kind of fell into this, and we're lucky to meet our challenges.
Jackie's being very modest. She was a real magician in keeping our lights on, keeping the business going. How she did some of the moogie foogie she
legal.
did, I don't know. It's all legal. Bradley took charge when I hired him 12 years ago. We hired him 12 years ago. And he has done a phenomenal job of getting Form-Tec to become specialist in polycarbonate. He was in Florida at Walt Disney World when it first started, and he and his son saw that they were having scratching problems on their monorail system. And to make a long story short, he ended up convincing them that we should replace their windshields, plexiglass windshields, with our polycarbonate windshields with the hard coating on it. And that was a big start. His ability to talk to racing families, to be able to use them as a reference when he's talking to John Deere or Caterpillar, has got him in the door in several places. Pretty much unbreakable. If you took a sledgehammer to this part right here, you couldn't break it. It has been broken in the past, but if a race car hits a wall at 200 miles an hour, it doesn't crack, let alone shatter like glass used to. And for people to accept this, they have to understand that with our coating on it now, it doesn't scratch. It's rather expensive, but it's a tremendous product.
I'd like to say a word about our daughter-in-law, who has taken my place, and she has done a wonderful job.
Yeah.
She's much more frugal than I ever was.
I did all the work myself. I didn't hire a patent attorney or anything like that because we had no money, and we were able to obtain that. And when I discovered this company in Chicago that was copying it, I tried to hire the best lawyer in Chicago to defend it. And after spending dollar after dollar and going up there and giving testimony one after the other, I realized that they were only milking me and him as much as they could. So I said, that's it, I'm out of money, I want to get out, we got to drop it. And they said, well, we just can't drop it. It's going to cost you this to file this. And it was a nightmare. But if I had it to do over again, I would spend the money and the time on promoting the product, not trying to protect it with a patent. Form-Tec came strictly from a list of names that we examined and figured that it was pretty representative of what we were doing. Pretty catchy name, Form-Tec Plastics.